Welcome to everyone. Welcome everyone for this Vipassana meditation session. And people are joining, but now let me just share some things about this meditation. So, first of all, the purpose of this meditation is spiritual growth and ultimately a state of being called nirvana, right? We want to like attain enlightenment, so that is the ultimate purpose of this meditation. And many of you are already practicing reiki and maybe other different types of uh, practices, spiritual practices. So this is one of the things which Lord Gautam Buddha had given us. It's a technique by which scientific way by which you can gradually become free of all the negative thought patterns, negative emotions, and whatever is there in the subconscious. It is a process of cleaning everything, right? And why Reiki and Vipassana go hand in hand? Because Vipassana is the meditation. Like for example, Mikao Usui also went to Mount Kurama
Not
and
able to hear you, sir.
uh, okay. Is everyone okay? Am I audible? Just please type in the chat box if I'm audible. Just type yes if you can hear me. Uh, so yes, yes. So everybody can hear me. Jayashri, you need to uh, adjust your mic. Somebody please message her that she has to adjust her mic. Okay, so I'm audible. So now um, I would like to, what I was saying was it goes hand in hand. Mika Usui also used to um, practice this meditation. For you, as you know, 21 days he meditated, and after that he got enlightenment. He got the message that he has to spread Reiki. So this is the meditation that he used to do all the time. Okay, and Reiki is done when there is an obstacle on your path of spirituality. It can be obstacle in the path of like maybe your health, physical health is not okay, or mentally somebody is disturbed. So you can do Reiki for that person, right? And when everything is fine, then you are doing most of the time meditation so that the inner patterns that are there that are destroyed. So this is the meditation for that. And how to do this meditation. So let me just explain this. First, let me just hear from everyone. Is there, like we are doing this every week, so some people are new. If anybody is new here, like those who are coming for the first time, just type new or FT first time so that I can know. If everybody is regulars, then I will not explain that. Okay, Vaibhavi is for the first time. Anybody else? Okay, let me explain this. So Bhavin is coming for the first time. So now the purpose of this weekly meditation is that we continuously progress on the path of spirituality, right? So all those who are committed, okay, Jayashri is also first time, Rita is coming first time. So those who are, so every week when we are like we all meet in a group and we are doing this practice, then you know that the consistency of practice is very important. So when we are every week meeting and doing it in a group, and then every day you have to do it at home. Before going to sleep, it is the best time. So I'm going to upload this recording, and earlier week's recording also I have uploaded on YouTube. So you can use any of the recording and listen to that and go into deep state of mind for at least 1 hour. So that is the thing. So you have to observe your breath. That is the first thing, because breath is something that we are not controlling. It is happening automatically. Breathing is something very automatic, right? At night also, when we are sleeping, breathing is going on. Till we die, breathing is going on. Breathing is also connected, or it shows your emotional state. If you're angry, breathing will be like very fast and very uh, deep. But if you're calm, if you're in a calm state of mind, the breathing will be slow and short. When you're thoughtless, the breathing is very slow and short. So that is the kind of breathing we reach when we start doing this. But suddenly, then sometimes there is some memory of the past or some fear, uncertainty about the future, which comes to mind. And when that comes to mind, that time you just have to observe the changes happening in your mind and body, the sensations in the body. Like when you get angry, there is heat in the body. But you will be only aware of all this when you are inner conscious, when you are looking inside. So then what happens is, suppose there is a negative thought pattern, let's say anger arises and your breathing becomes very heavy. But if you keep observing, if you keep with eyes closed, you keep observing, after few minutes, it will become slow and steady. Again, it will become thoughtless. So you'll reach a thoughtless state of mind. So basically, you will that will be gone. That pattern will be gone. That pattern will be destroyed. So nothing is, last week also we saw that we talked about decay and impermanence. Any thought, feeling, emotion arises will be there for some time, it will reach a peak and then it will go. So if anger arises, it will reach a peak and it will go. So any any feeling, if you don't resist it, if you just confront it, if you observe it fully, completely, then it will be there for some time and then it will disappear. That is the impermanence, the nature of all thoughts. Some thoughts will come, will stay for some time, it will disappear, go. So nothing is permanent. Ultimately, this body is also not permanent, right? So everything comes into existence, stays for some time, and then it goes. So that is the nature of impermanence. We need to also meditate on this. So let's begin now. Okay, so sit in a comfortable position, in a position where you can sit for a long time without moving your position or without changing. If you can be still, your mind also will become still very easily. But it should be very comfortable position. Okay, as comfortable as possible. You can sit in a chair, you can sit down, you can sit cross-legged, or पद्मासन, वज्रासन, if it is अगर आपने सिद्धि पाई है, कोई भी आसन में अगर आप 1 घंटा बैठ सकते हो, मतलब आपको सिद्धि मिल गई है. So if you can sit for 1 hour in any asan, that means you have uh, mastered that. Okay, but it doesn't have to be a very difficult asana. You can sit in sukhasana, which is basically crossed leg in a comfortable position. So close your eyes and just begin to observe your breath. Observe the incoming breath, the outgoing breath, and just notice the truth of the moment. What is happening? Study your breath. You will notice that the incoming breath is little cooler, the outgoing breath might be little warmer. You might also notice that either of the two nostrils are, either the left nostril is stronger, sometimes the right nostril is stronger, or sometimes both are equally open. And you can also notice the length of the incoming breath and length of the outgoing breath. Then as you notice your incoming and outgoing breath moment by moment, you might start to notice that the breathing pattern is changing slowly, slowly. The breathing becomes slower and slower and shorter and shorter. If an occasional thought comes, no need to no need to worry about it. Let it come and just notice if the thought is about the past or about the future. Notice the truth of the moment, the truth about the thought. Is it of the past? Is it of the future? And is there any change in the breathing pattern? If that is the case, just notice the breathing pattern and just continue to relax. And as you just observe your breath, and since you're not doing any physical activity, the breathing becomes slower and slower, shorter and shorter, and you begin to relax deeply. And as time passes, you reach a state of mind when your breathing becomes so slow and so short, and mind and body is so relaxed that you might feel a little sleepy. But stay awake, be aware, be conscious, and let your attention be on your breath, but no need to concentrate or focus on it. Just be aware of it. Let it be a feather touch. Just be conscious of your breath, and also somewhere you are also aware of whatever is happening in your surrounding, the sounds in the environment, and all that is fine. But your primary attention is on your breath. You are aware of your breath and you're studying your breath. And as you continue to notice your breathing, you might notice that the breathing pattern is very, very different from when it was when we started. The breathing might have become very slow and very short. Just keep noticing the breathing pattern and just be in this moment. Moment by moment, the breathing is coming in and going out. Moment by moment, you are observing your breath and also become aware of any sensations in your body. Be aware of your posture and just relax all the cells of the body, all your muscles, and just keep noticing your breath. And as you're noticing your incoming and outgoing breath, you are just in this moment. You are not in the past, not in the future. You are observing something which is naturally happening, the breathing. And as you are aware of your breathing, you will also become aware of the thoughts, if any, in your mind. But at times there will be no thoughts. You will just be aware of your breathing and the sensations in your body. And you become aware at some point that you are an observer, you are a witness, and you are witnessing your mind and body. You are witnessing your breath, you are witnessing your mind, you are witnessing your body, and you are beyond all these things. You are pure consciousness, you are pure awareness, and you can now Along with the breath awareness, also be aware of the sensations in your body. Be aware of all the sensations which are caused due to various reasons. The sensations caused by some emotion, sensations caused by the food that we eat, sensations caused by the touch of the clothing to your body, sensations because caused due to the environment. For example, it, it might be a little warm right now, or if you're sitting in air condition, it might be cool. So even that is a vibration, is a sensation. And if there is a fear, anger, hatred, then it causes release of chemicals from the endocrine system, and that also creates vibrations in the body. Just notice the sensations in every part of your body along with the breathing. And at the same time, be aware of if there is any thought, be aware of it. No need to resist any thought. Just welcome, let that thought be, and notice the change in the breathing pattern along with that thought. Notice if the thought is of the past or the future. And notice if there is any image there. If there is any image, and notice if the image has any color. Notice the direction in which the image is. And if it is an emotion, then what is it? Is it fear, anger, worry? Whatever it is, just notice it as an emotion. And notice the corresponding changes in the breathing. Notice the changes in your breathing. And if the breathing has become disturbed, then keep noticing the breathing. Keep noticing the incoming and outgoing breath. And with time, automatically the breathing will become slow and short, and you will become thoughtless. Many of you may have reached a thoughtless state of mind. Some of you, some thoughts are there, it's totally fine. Just accept the truth of the moment. This is one of the fundamental principle of this meditation. Accepting, don't resist. You can't force the thoughts to go away. Just keep observing your breath and notice the breath going in moment by moment. Notice the breath going out moment by moment. And also notice the movement in the body because of breathing. You might notice that your belly is moving a little bit. If you're quite deep in meditation, it will just move your belly. If you're breathing shallow, it might be moving your chest. Your lungs are expanding. And contracting with each inhale and exhale. Just notice everything. Notice everything that is happening right now. Be conscious 360 degrees. Be conscious of everything that is happening right now. Be conscious of everything that is happening in your breath, the changes in your breathing. Be conscious of your posture. Be conscious of your thoughts. Be conscious of your emotions. Be conscious of your feelings and also the sensations in your body. And everything together is the truth of this moment. Just be in a state of acceptance. Whatever is. Whatever is not there. Just stay awake and aware. Be conscious of everything. The body might be so deeply relaxed. For many of you, it is deeper than the sleep. You have reached deeper than the depth of your sleep. So it's natural to feel a little sleepy, but be aware, be awake, be still as much as possible. And also now notice that everything that arises in your body, the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations, everything is impermanent. A thought arises, it's there for some time, and then it goes. There is some corresponding emotion, it's there for some time, and it goes. There is some changes in the breathing, then again the breathing becomes slow and steady. Just keep noticing this. And if you are in a thoughtless state of mind, that's great. If there are thoughts, don't resist the thoughts. Accept the truth of the moment. Notice your resistance. If you're resisting something, just notice the resistance. If there is some feeling or sensation which you don't like, notice that dislike. Notice that resistance. Whatever arises in your mind and body, just notice it. Just accept it as it is. Don't resist it. Just be aware of it and just keep observing your breath. And just by observing your breaths, slowly, slowly, the breathing becomes slower and slower, shorter and shorter, and you reach a state of thoughtless awareness. In this thoughtless awareness, when your breathing has become slow and short, just become aware of the consciousness. You are the consciousness. You are an observer. You are the observer of your mind. You are the observer of your body. You are an awareness. You are consciousness. Just be in this awareness. And everything is impermanent. The body is at the periphery. The mind is at the periphery. You are in the center. You are having a body. You are having a mind. And you are conscious. And you have feelings in the body. And the breath is your connection to the body. In this conscious awareness, for those who have reached a thoughtless state of mind and your breathing has become slow and steady, slow and short, and body is relaxed, and you're conscious 360 degrees of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, you might become aware. You might get a glimpse of who you truly are, the infinite being, which is not limited to the body, the consciousness which is spread all over the place. Many of you might be beyond your mind and body. You are aware that you are the observer, which you are always there, which is always the case, but most of the time by we forget that we are the observer because we become the doer and we start doing things, interacting with the outside world with our five senses. But right now, since we are still, we are doing nothing, we are just observing the automatic breathing and the automatic sensations, and whatever is happening automatically, we are just observing. And by observing specifically the breath, the mind becomes sharp, the mind becomes concentrated, the mind becomes thoughtless, and we go beyond the mind. We experience our consciousness, awareness, which is beyond the mind. Just be in this state and just keep noticing the breath. Keep noticing if there is any changes in the breath. And if there is any occasional thought, just welcome it. Some things which were suppressed earlier might arise right now or after this meditation, or maybe tomorrow. Something which was suppressed might come up. At that time, you need to be aware of whatever is arising, and also remember that it is impermanent. Any thought, feeling, sensation, emotion that arises is impermanent. And daily practice of this meditation will make you aware during the other 23 hours. 1 hour of this practice is very, very important consistently for the next 90 days. Be consistent in this practice every day. Practice for 1 hour. And the remaining 23 hours, you'll be more aware, more conscious of all that is happening within the mind and body. And whatever arises, accept the truth of that moment, accept the truth of it, don't resist, be conscious of it, and also understand the nature of impermanence. Everything rises, stays for some time, then there is a decay, and this is impermanence. Any negative thought, feeling, emotion arises, don't be disturbed, be in samatha. Samatha means equanimity. This is the next important principle. Sometimes there are some very nice sensations. These sensations, you will feel really good when these fine vibrations are there, especially when you have reached a thoughtless state of mind. There will be fine vibrations, you'll feel really good. And sometimes there will be too many thoughts and too many negative patterns, too many memories of people who have hurt you. When that comes, the body will be full of sensations which you don't like. But be in samatha, be in acceptance, be in balance. Samatha means balance. Don't be overly joyful and don't be overly pathetic. Don't be sad or don't be overly joyful. When something good happens in life, don't be overexcited. And when something bad happens in life, don't be overly disappointed. When something is very pleasing, sometimes things are not very pleasing. But you have to be in balance. Just learn to be in the samatha. And in this moment, allow yourself to become aware of your breathing pattern and notice how it is different from when we started. And notice how the breathing pattern changes from time to time. Maybe 10 minutes back, it was very slow and steady, and now it is wavery. Or maybe 10 minutes back, it was very slow and steady and very short and slow, and now suddenly there is some thought, emotion, some memory of the past, or some fear of the future, and it has changed. Notice how things change over a period of time. And as you practice this for an hour, you will become more and more aware of your thoughts, feelings, sensations, emotions while you are doing active work in the rest of the hours. One of the best times to do this meditation is at night before going to sleep. Make a practice of every day going to bed and listening to this guided meditation so that during sleep also the practice of observing everything that arises in a neutral, objective way as an observer continues. And even at night, the cleansing of the subconscious mind of all negative thought patterns continues. So just keep noticing the breath, the sensations in your body, the thoughts, feelings. Be aware of your posture. Be aware of everything that is happening in this moment inside your body. Just keep noticing all that is happening inside. I'm going to share with you one story. As you notice your breath, I'm going to share a story from the life of Buddha, which has an important lesson, which will help you to be more meditative. So just continue to listen to this voice and continue to observe your breath and all that is happening inside. All the sensations, all the feelings, all the thoughts, all the images, and especially the breath. Make the breath the focal point of your awareness and also be in drishta bhav. Be awake. If there is anyone who has fallen asleep, just be awake now. Wake up. Be conscious. This is a story of Nanda. Once Buddha was residing in Veluvana monastery in Rajagaha, when his father sent message to him that he wants to see him. And accordingly, Buddha made a journey with 20,000 of his disciples. And when they arrived at Kapilavastu, he came and met his relatives and he started to share and recite some of the verses, some of the teachings that he used to give his disciples. His father also listened to him, his mother also listened to him, many of his relatives also listened to him, and many of them reached a higher state of awareness by listening to him. His father had called him because one of his cousin, Prince Nanda, was getting married. And while he was there getting ready for marriage, Buddha came with a uh, ball to ask for alms. And what he did was he gave the ball to Prince Nanda and he started to walk away. The prince was holding the ball, and because Buddha started to walk away, he also started to walk behind him. And Buddha started to walk away. And the princess, Janapada Kalyani, also she saw that the prince was going behind the Buddha. So she cried out and said, "Please come back soon." Buddha went to the monastery. Prince Nanda also went to the monastery and he became a disciple of Buddha. Later, Buddha was feeling, Buddha came to know that Nanda was discontented and half hearted and found little pleasure in the life of as a disciple. And he wanted to return to the life of a householder. And he kept on remembering that the princess had told him that he has to return soon. Knowing this, Buddha, with his supernatural power, showed Nanda the beautiful females in the world above. They are far more prettier than the princess Janapada Kalyani. And Buddha told him that if he strove hard in the practice of this meditation, then he might get to live in that higher world or Swargaloka, as you can say, and he can have the association of beautiful women. Many of the disciples of Buddha laughed at Nanda because he was practicing this meditation, thinking that he will go to a higher world and be associated with even more beautiful women. He was very frustrated, but in seclusion, he tried very hard in the practice of this meditation and eventually attained arhatship. Arhatship means, as an arhat, his mind was totally released from all attachments. And the Buddha was also released. Buddha was also released from his promise to Nanda of of reaching some heavenly abode where there are more beautiful women. So all this had been foreseen by Buddha right from the beginning, that ultimately he will attain arhatship and he will forget his attachments. Other disciples, having known that Nanda was not happy in his life or as a disciple, again asked him how he was doing. And when he answered that he had no more attachment to the life of a householder, they thought Nanda was not speaking the truth. So they informed Buddha about the matter, at the same time expressing their doubts that how is it possible that all his attachment is gone. Then Buddha explained to them that previously the nature of Nanda was that of a ill-roofed house, a house where the roof is not very well made. But now it has grown to be like a well-roofed house. And Buddha said, just as rain penetrates a badly roofed house, so also passion, raga, attachment penetrates a mind which is not cultivated in samatha, in balance, and in vipassana. Vipassana means observing your thoughts, feelings, sensations. And Buddha further said that just as rain cannot penetrate a well-roofed house, so also raga or attachment or passion cannot penetrate a well-cultivated mind. Someone who has cultivated the mind to be in tranquility, in samatha, in balance, and in vipassana means specially observing or being observant, observing your sensations in the body, observing the breath, observing the emotions, observing the thoughts, feelings, everything. That is vipassana. So those who become very observant, very sensitive, they become like a well-roofed house. Then negative thoughts, feelings, emotions cannot enter the mind. So in this way, you have to cultivate the practice of samatha. The moment there is the mind goes in some direction, You have to become aware of it. Just by the awareness of it, the mind should not be wavering. And it is an experience that you will notice this. When the mind becomes, sometimes while meditating, boredom arises. You have to observe that boredom also. You have to observe that. It will stay for some time and it will go, because the nature of everything is impermanent. You have to, sometimes there will be sleep. These are also the obstacles in meditation. Sometimes you might be feel sleepy, but just be aware. You have to be just aware. And as you heard in this story, you have to be determined. So by observing all that is going on inside your mind and body, and the interconnection of the thoughts with the breathing, the interconnection of the thoughts with your emotions, the interconnection of your breathing with your emotions, the interconnection of the sensations in your body with your breathing, everything, the images in your mind, the interconnection of that with your thoughts and feelings and emotions. As you continue to notice the interconnections, you'll become free from all of that. There is another story of um, a person, a butcher, who had lived his life in such a way that he was creating misery for everyone else. At the time of his death, he also suffered very badly, and for many days he was struggling. And Buddha, at the time, he said that evildoer grieves in both existence. He grieves here and he grieves hereafter. He grieves and is suffering, he suffers anguish when he sees the wickedness of his own deeds at the end of his life. And there are people, in another story, Buddha shared about Dhammika. The story of Dhammika. Dhammika is a person who was very fond of giving charity. He was providing food for many of the disciples of Buddha, and he would take care of them in a very good way. At the end of his life, he attained nirvana. And Buddha said at that time, one who performs meritorious deeds rejoices in both existence. He rejoices here, hereafter he rejoices. He rejoices greatly when he sees the purity of his own deeds. During the day, when we are not meditating, we are doing our daily duties. We have to remember that we are doing it to the best of our ability and we are not causing any harm to anybody. I would also like to share with you the story of Devdatta. Devdatta was one of Buddha's cousins. And while staying with him, he saw that Buddha was receiving much respect and honor. And he envied Buddha and he wanted to be like Buddha. And one day, while Buddha was preaching, He approached Buddha and said that now Buddha is getting old, so he suggested that he should become he should become the all whole and soul of the order of the entire sangha. He should become like a president of the sangha. Buddha rejected his offer, and next day the sangha, the association of all meditators, Buddha asked them to proclaim that Devdatta is not associated with us anymore. After this, Devdatta vowed that he will teach the lesson to Buddha, and he attempted to kill Buddha 3 times. First, he employed some archers. Second, he climbed up a hill and threw down a rolling stone, a big piece of rock on Buddha. And thirdly, he sent an elephant by the name of Nalagiri to attack Buddha. But the archers, they did not refuse to do that work, and the rock rolled down but did not hurt the Buddha, just touched the one of his toe. And the elephant, when it came in front of Buddha, he also became very sober and docile. So nothing happened to Buddha, and still Devdatta kept trying to defile. He failed to kill Buddha, and he tried other tactics. He tried to take away some of his disciples, but then Sariputra, who was again an enlightened person, enlightened disciple of Buddha, he brought all the disciples back. And looking at all this, Buddha said, so the evildoer is tormented in both existence. So after that, when Devdatta fell ill, he was very ill, and then like he passed away in a lot of pain, and he could see that he went into some lower state of existence. So Buddha said that the evildoer is tormented in both existence. He's tormented here and he's tormented there, and even more tormented when he is reborn in another lower world. So we have to be very careful of our mind. Are we envious of anybody in this existence, or do we have any other ill feeling or hatred or feeling of competition for anyone? If that is there, we just need to release it by observing your breath, by observing the sensations, by observing the thoughts, the feelings, and just by being with it, all that will become will be will become aware of everything. And because everything is impermanent, even that sensation, thought, feeling, that ill will, and whatever negative thoughts, feelings, sensations, or images are there, will be disappeared after some time. And what will remain is thoughtlessness. So just be aware of your thought and just be in this moment, and just be aware, be conscious, and become aware of the surroundings. Become aware of your posture, become aware of your breathing, become aware of the sensations caused by your touch of your clothing, become aware of your posture. And in this moment, slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Wonderful. So it's a wonderful feeling to be deeply relaxed, a very healthy state of mind. So now I would like you to share how you felt. Maybe you can unmute yourself and you can speak, or if you want, you can put your thoughts in the chat box. Just share how you felt and what was the experience. Anybody can say anything. If anyone has any questions, you can also ask.
So, can I share?
Yes, yeah, please go ahead.
Today I had a very bad day. Like, I was having vertigo today,
Okay,
stomach ache, very pukey, and very disturbed because of client. I wanted to retain that client and all that. So, too much disturbed, and I was too hyper today. So I was observing that whole day that my volume is going. I mean, speaking to everybody at the top of my voice and all that, and that really gave me so much headache. So like just when I joined meditation, I was having such a bad headache. No, you cannot imagine. And when you started this, so people with whom I am very upset and angry, they were coming in front of my face, and I was not able to concentrate, but still I was trying, and slowly I saw धीरे धीरे, as you said, nothing is permanent. So I said, ये भी चला जाएगा, ये भी चला जाएगा, and then
wonderful.
mind became very stable. And right now what I'm observing, that my headache is gone. So
Wow,
I'm not at all angry. I'm very thankful to whatever happened today, and like I should forgive everybody and say sorry to everybody that I spoke very on top of my voice. I don't know.
very nice, very nice. So it's a thanks for sharing this. Encourages everyone. So you can see like the headache can also disappear. It is a fact. Many people who have migraine also, if they do this regularly, it we have seen that that also goes away. So Sushant has also shared it was very relieving and relaxing for him. So he shared in the chat box. So that's nice. So it's wonderful. So I've shared the website nalandawellness.com. So you can check out uh, beside this there are many events which we keep doing, spiritual courses and spiritual events. So okay, now someone is has put a message that I really enjoyed because my knees are giving me so much trouble. In the beginning, I could not sit, but slowly I felt as if it has gone. So that's very nice. I don't know your name. If you can mention your name, it will be nice. I can acknowledge you for that. Prince, very peaceful. Prince felt very peaceful. That's nice. Now, those who want a recording of the previous session, I would say that you can go to the YouTube channel, but I will give you one link of one of the videos that we did, which I have uploaded earlier. I will upload today's video also, so you can check it out. But I'm sending one of the previous videos in the chat box, so everybody can just go to the channel right now and subscribe to the channel, and later you can go and watch this video. You can also save this video for later, so to view later, right? Just click on that link, and now those who are interested in transforming yourself, okay, I want you to practice this meditation every day before going to sleep, okay, and let's do this for 90 days. In a 90 days mean 3 months, so and you see the changes that happen in your life. Then again you can take one more 90 days and one more 90 days, like that. So start April, May, June, you can do this, then you can do for another 90 days, like that. So you can reflect after every 90 days, you can see the what are the changes that has come in your life. Okay. And this practice, best time is before going to sleep, and after waking up in the morning also you can do, but I would say at night it is best. Listen to this recording and go to sleep, in sitting position. Do it for as much as you can, then you can lie down and listen as much as you can, and then you will fall asleep. It's okay if you fall asleep also. Your headphones will be there, and the subconscious mind is listening to the instructions. Okay. Even if you fall asleep is not a problem, the subconscious mind is listening to the instructions. So you will be you will require less sleep. Those who have less time, how many of you have less time, you don't find time in, you see that you are very busy and you don't have enough time in life, to do meditation. So all those, I will tell you, if you do this meditation 1 hour before going to sleep, you will wake up 1 hour earlier than your regular time. Suppose you wake up at 8 o'clock, you will wake up at 7 o'clock, and you will feel fresh during the day. So it is, because this is much deeper than sleep, so you don't require that much sleep. You'll, even with less sleep, you will do totally fine. Okay. So Nilesh is saying that at times I feel like my body was revolving around itself, and therefore I do not feel my physical body. Right. So these kind of experiences you will have. Just don't just be aware of it. Accept the truth of the moment. Accept the truth of the moment. Don't make it. It is a good sign, but don't be overexcited about it, or don't think that you have achieved something, because these are all milestones. These are all milestones. So just accept whatever is there, and just, there is more to experience. Okay. So don't be overexcited about this. It's fine. It's a good thing. Okay. और किसी को कुछ पूछना है? Anybody has any questions, you can ask. Okay. Now we also have a Telegram group. Those who are not part of any WhatsApp group, you can join this Telegram group also. I'm putting in the chat box. And those who are watching on YouTube, it's all in the description. I will put everything. So that's it from me. Thank you for being here, and I want you to, uh, share this share this link with all your friends and family members. We want the next week. I want you to, let us have 100 people in this. So how many of you really enjoyed this? You felt some benefit, and you want your friends, relatives, neighbors, colleagues to benefit from this? Just share with this share this with in all your groups on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on everywhere, and bring your friends also to this meditation session. It's going to transform their life, and they will thank you. They will thank you for bringing this change in their lives. And we want, and be committed. Be there every Friday for a live session, and then listen to the recordings also, but be there in the live session. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you so much. See you next Friday at 9 p.m. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pramoda.